Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post. You know, Christmas is upon us right now, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, but we're always thinking about calling our friends, calling our family, even calling some of our past clients in our database. I mean, why not? They become our friends. What are we going to call them with? On our cell phone. Don't you find it ironic they still call this thing a cell phone? This is a micro supercomputer. This is the eyes and the ears to the rest of the world for you. Think about your marketing. In 2017, your mobile solution was the best tool you had. Why is the reason? Well, because everybody under the age of 40 would prefer to talk on this than use a desktop or a laptop computer. Laptops, desktops are going by the wayside. Tablets and these little suckers, they rule the game today, now don't they? So for 2018, you need to have a mobile solution, and it has to be in caps and loud. You need to have a mobile solution. Now for loan officers, I'll tell you right now, there is no better product I've ever seen in my 20 years in the industry, my 10 years of traversing the country, than Preapp 1003. It's going to help you get a deal in the door, and it's going to help you close a deal. Now, even if you've looked at it before, even if you're using something else, I want you to look at Preapp for the next 10 minutes because it could be the difference between a good and a great 2018. Trust me on this. We don't ever dedicate shows to a product, but I'm doing this not to sell it, but to help you. And I mean that. Now, I've got Drew Brentz as a creator and a CEO, and he happens to be a user of Preapp 1003. So, Drew, how you doing today?
Doing great, Brian. Thanks for having me today.
Now, I've been working with you on Preapp for, oh God, has it been a year yet?
About a year and a half, a little over, yeah.
About a year and a half. Time was just like, time means nothing to me when you're omnipotent like me. Okay, so just tell the people right now, what is Preapp 1003? Tell me a little about it.
Okay, Preapp 1003 is a simple definition. It's a cloud-based, text-initiated, mobile-friendly pre-qualification system. Not just a pre-qual form, it's a whole point-of-sale pre-qual system.
Okay. Now, so what does it mean by it's a cloud-based? So what does that mean?
Yeah, so cloud-based means that there is no app to install on a mobile device, and so it formats to a mobile phone, but there's nothing to go to the App Store to install. But because it's cloud-based, people can utilize both the pre-qual form, the document upload feature, those URL links on their websites, email signatures, mobile devices. If they're, for instance, if they use another product like Mortgage Map, they can embed those URL links within Mortgage Map. So our system's able to cover all the different delivery, platforms and methods because it is a cloud-based URL link.
Now, what I thought was cool about it is, I always the idea of a consumer filling out a 1003 on their phone just is ridiculous to me. A loan officer filling out a 1003 is ridiculous to me. Tell me why this is not that.
Well, first of all, we approach it a little differently. I know there's some systems out there that are gaining a lot of traction that have the customer fill out a complete, full-blown 1003 with all the day one certainty features as a first step. I will say that this past year we have had tremendous growth, tremendous development. We've broken and now we're thousands of users nationwide. Some of our development, we have the day one certainty features built into our system too, but we do approach the work method a little differently. Of course, on corporate accounts, they tell us what they want their workflow to be, and we adapt for them. But basically, Preapp, the initial step is it's a very short, easy, very customer-friendly form that requires no download on their mobile device, no initial account to set up. They can fill it out in about 3 to 5 minutes, probably less than 5 minutes, even with a co-borrower. There's a video greeting by the loan officer in it.
That's awesome.
It's great. So by the way the customer gets that is they could either text a keyword to a short code number, they get the link back, or the referral partner could text it out to them. Many ways that it can get in front of their, the customer can access that form. But we, instead of forcing the customer to spend 20 or 30 minutes as a first step on their mobile device, we make it very simple. It pulls enough data to pre-qualify them without triggering TRID. And the concept is when you hit submit, the loan officer gets a text message, the referral partner gets a customized thank you text as well. Then the LO is able to log in on their mobile device, pull credit, work a purchase scenario, look at DTI, cash to close, begin dialogue with the customer, begin to have those conversations. They can edit the liabilities if they're selling a home or something. So basically they're able to, from their mobile device, do everything they would normally have to do at their desk.
What I like about this is you can pull the credit report because that initial step that takes 3 to 5 minutes from the consumer, you're actually getting an e-signature. So you're not just pulling a credit report, you're getting the signature in order to pull that and do it properly and legally.
And right, and an e-consent. Okay, so and then if credit is pulled through our system automatically sends securely encrypted with a password a copy of the credit score disclosure form, which we've seen on larger accounts. It could save several $1,000s a month for them not having to pay for that extra charge. Now, where I was going to go with this is we have a two-step process. So again, we wanted it very easy for the customer to get in the door, connect with the LO, let dialogue begin. But what happens is after they submit it, the borrower is redirected to what's called a pre-app toolbox. They also get an email to this, at which time they could click a button that says complete application. That's where we're going to require them to create an account, and where we also have day one certainty features built in through, whether it be account check or other day one certainty providers.
What is day one certainty?
Day one certainty is where you do digital verification. So, for instance, you can verify the assets, so you don't need bank statements. Fannie Mae has released and is being piloted right now a single source validation that's going to verify income, employment, and assets on a single report, which is great. And when that's released, because we're already in a relationship and have the integrations with those providers, so you can have that in our system.
Are you guys getting this right from your phone? You haven't even left your micro supercomputer, what I call it, but you can go ahead and verify your income, asset, and employment, pull credit report on this thing, upload your credit report now at this point. And I love the two-tier where you're getting the person in with a short app beforehand, then you're moving into the 1003. That makes way more sense that way, because then you can start looking at the income and dialing these numbers in to make sure that you've got an accurate 1003. So once you've got that, now you can start working ratios on this thing. You can start working different scenarios.
Absolutely. So our system doesn't replace LO. Basically, it really empowers the loan officer. So, and again, on corporate accounts, if they say, look, we want the full application up front with all the day one certainty, look, we can adapt on our corporate accounts. But again, the logic is it's more cost effective. It's easier for the customer. You're going to get a greater submit ratio. And then if they can begin dialogue, connect them with your LOs, they're not going to lose those customers. Yeah. So my point is our system has all those day one certainty features built into it as well. They also can upload, paper documents and different things like that. So the progression, and I'm leading toward what we're going to do in 2018. I'm kind of saving that for the end. We're really excited about what we're fixing to roll out with. But the progression is the LO, when they look at the DTI, they analyze the credit, they have that dialogue, they can look at the cash to close, maybe take a look at a pay stub if the customer uploaded it, and they could issue a conditional loan approval letter, conditional pre-qualification letter, or even an initial fees worksheet to the borrower. And so basically, our system allows the LO to give a green light to the realtor, the builder, the borrower that, hey, look, you are now pre-qualified. I'm very comfortable with you shopping at, let's say, $400,000. So go shop till you drop. Monday, when I get back to my desk, we could flesh something out and fine tune something. But right now, based on what I'm seeing, go shop. And the cool thing about the approval letter is the sales price is set at a ceiling amount. So let's say I'm looking at the DTI, I've had my dialogue. Okay, good. Go shop for $400,000. I tell the realtor, hey, look, when you're ready to make an offer and you want that letter adjusted to match your offer amount, you don't have to call me. You and the borrower can change the sales price. It adjusts the loan amount downward, reprint it out, put it with your offer. So everyone's happy. No one's waiting on the LO to get back to their desk, or so it just makes everything so much simpler.
It really empowers the consumer and the real estate agents, because especially with the pre-qual letter, if you're off and out of town or with your kids, or over the holidays like we are right now, and you can't get a pre-qual out, and you have in one of these hot markets, I need to get this thing in right now. I put an offer in, I'm up against two other people, and if I don't get it now, I'm going to lose this thing. Now the consumer could responsibly go ahead and pull that pre-qual and do that to where they're not putting themselves out or above and beyond what they could qualify for. Something that the loan officer in the company should be really comfortable with.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple things that I do want to address, because people may have said, hey, I looked at pre-app 1003 6 months ago or a year ago. Guys, take a second look, because we have done so much development. Our development has been so fast. It's been like trying to change a hubcap on a moving car. Yeah. So a couple things I want to throw out there is guys, we have LOS integrations with major LOS companies right now. So those corporate accounts that want everything to automatically import into their LOS and documents to be imported automatically, look, we have that. We've launched and we're live now with an integration with Optimal Blue, which is one of the main pricing engines out there. So now on your mobile device, as you're working a purchase scenario, you can actually pull pricing from your lock desk. We also have it with Loan Tech. So so there's a lot of neat features that we've rolled out with. And the LOS integration, instead of having to import the Fannie Mae file, especially with our larger customers, that was a necessity. And we have that. And because we now have the LOS integrations, now we're able to pull loan status updates, and we could feed those loan status updates to the borrowers and soon to be to the referral partners as well. So super excited about that. We're also working on if the LO wants to shoot video. So let's say the status is your file's now in underwriting. The LO can shoot a video and say, "Hey, congratulations, your file's in underwriting." What does that mean? They can trigger video updates for those loan statuses, which is really cool.
Right. A couple of things I want to point out, guys, what I just love about this from a 30,000 view look at Pre-App 1003 is whenever somebody gets your pre-app form, one of your consumers, I want to go over this. It has a video message from you to that consumer. So, maybe they haven't even met you yet. And you've got this, "Hey, I'm Brian Stevens over here at ABC Mortgage. Thanks for clicking on my Pre-App 1003. Listen, if you can get this filled out down below, it's going to get everything started. It's the first spot. By the way, everything is secured here. I look forward to having a conversation with you within 24 hours or whatever your message you want to be. You're already establishing a relationship with that person before you had a chance to even speak with them face to face. The video component to pre-app is small, but should not be overlooked. The other point is if you're missing this, is when it's a text key initiated system, you can have your text key, like mine could be Brian's Loans. So when somebody texts the term Brian's Loans, my pre-app is going to show up on their form automatically, show up on their phone automatically. So it's text key initiated. You're going to be able to pick whatever your term you want it to be. So it's fundamentally different than a lot of other systems out there. But this is the biggest one, is you hear the term GUI or sticky. Like how easy is it to use something? Because I'm not good with technology, believe it or not. I need things to be super easy. Whenever I do programming, I'm always thinking, how can I cut down on my keystrokes? Every keystroke is a barrier to success. And when you look at pre-app from a consumer standpoint, it's the easiest system that they could possibly use for such a complex product like a loan application form. And the last point I want to get across is some of the conversations me and Drew have had in the past. Drew said, and I always thought this was great, he goes, "I would like to be able to get a lead and have that deal approved without having to leave my bed." So the idea is if that lead comes in, can I take it that far without leaving whatever my position is? Can I pull credit? Can I get an approval? Can I set up my pre-quals? Can I give status updates? Can I look at my credit? Can I work my scenarios? Pre-app does all of this for you. And guys, it is the simplest system you will ever run across. Now, I'll tell you right now, desktop, even tablet-based products out there, that was 2016, 2015. 2018 is going to be the year of this sucker. Pre-app 1003 for loan officers. This is what you need to do. Yeah. Last thing, and we saved this for last. Okay. What we're really excited about is we've been in talks with Fannie Mae, and we are projecting maybe a little premature, given the time frame right now, but we're looking at Pre-app 1003 running DU by sometime in February. Huge. So now it's huge. So now when you look at the credit, look at everything, and you're like, man, it's kind of gray. It's a 620 with a 52% DTI. Man, I need to run DU. I got to get back to my desk. Well, now you're going to be able to run DU. So that's going to be huge. And all your verifications to know that DU is going to be solid right from your phone. Right. With those day one certainty features. Absolutely. Dude. Hey, Drew, great product. I look to just a real fruitful 2018 for you, and I can't wait to see the conversations that we're going to be having with loan officers who are kicking ass with this thing. It's going to be a fun 2018, man. Yeah, I'm sure will. Great. Thanks, Brian. Hey, thank you, bud. I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.